Julia's reaction is testing world's most powerful Lamborghini by Steven Soto. Like, so the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's into this watching in 3, 2, 1.
Today I'm here at Lamborghini to drive the world's fastest SUV and pick up my Lamborghini that's currently in the shop. What's wrong with it and how fast is the world's fastest SUV? Well, come inside, let me show you.
And drop a like if you want to see more Steven Soto reactions. Drop a like.
First things first, Lamborghini Philadelphia is completely hooked up with a ton of cool inventory. You might recognize this car, it's not my brother's.
All right, we go in with the Lambo doors, 1985 Countach.
But it's the exact same. It's a Lamborghini Countach, and this thing looks so cool. $629,000, but these things are super, super, super rare and definitely one of a kind. I mean, look at the way this thing looks. This was built in the 1980s, and it still looks so futuristic. You don't even get a full glass. You can only roll down that part. The back of this thing looks so cool. You get a massive wing. This is the 25th anniversary edition, and you still get quad tailpipes out the back of a 1980s supercar. This thing is so cool. But you compare it to this Lamborghini Huracan, you can see that this is way, 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 way more modern. This is a little bit more my style. Plus, this thing has got the green calipers, the green interior. I mean, look how cool this looks. And it's stealth black. That's pretty cool. Now, you might think that this Lamborghini Urus is the world's fastest SUV, but it's not. And this is not what I'm here to test drive today. In fact, I couldn't even test drive this because it's sold. But this Urus is fast, but it's not the world's fastest. There's something faster than this one. Behind me is the world's fastest SUV that we're going to be driving today. In fact, it's so fast, they told me I have to be very, very, very careful. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is the same exact car that Darius Dobre had that I raced against him in my McLaren. It was a very, very close race, but I thought this was one of the coolest looking Lamborghinis I've ever seen. And this one comes in a different color. This is a matte army green with orange interior. This looks really, really cool. I mean, check this out. There's even carbon fiber vents here. Huracan STO, you get the wing up here. You get the roof scoop up here. You get the wing back here. You get an insane rear end. Look at this. Not only that, but the interior is just next level. Pop these door handles out. No way. All carbon fiber, orange and black stitching. What in the world? This thing is so cool. Okay. Wow, look at this thing. I always said if I'm gonna get another Lamborghini, it would be a Lamborghini Huracan STO, AKA this exact car. Whether it be in this exact color, I don't know, but I mean, come on. The engine start, stop, look at this, in orange. This thing is so cool. But let's check the price tag. Price tag on this is $382,500. Okay, quite pricey. That's about $100,000 more than this one. But I think this one does look so much better. I would say this is probably my actual dream car right now. I just think Huracan STOs look so good. I mean, compare that to this. This is a Lamborghini Aventador. Still very, very cool. I love the orange. I love how big this car is. It's also a V12, so it sounds really, really crazy, but I don't know. The Huracan STO, it looks really good. Plus, this color is very unique, and I would either do a color like this or a color like this. A purple Lamborghini would be pretty cool. Look at this thing. Purple and green, very similar to the Spy Wagon. And this even has some green interior. Okay, hear me out. If I got the STO in purple with some green accents, would that be cooler than this color? Just something to think about. Also, price tag on an Aventador, $770,000. And again, price tag on this, $382,000. I could literally get two of these for the price of that. Yeah, I think this would be a much better deal. But we're actually not here to get any of these cars today. We're here to head back to the service shop to check on my Lamborghini Cherokee that got picked up the other day for service.
Lamborghini, yeah, they see me in my Lamborghini.
Which I thought was gonna be a simple thing, but it turns out there's a lot of things that need to be replaced on my car. So it's currently back in the shop, up on the lifts right now, getting worked on. And it looks like the price tag is gonna be pretty hefty to repair this thing. Let me explain. Oh, pause, hold up. What is this? Look at this thing. No way. Yes, we're here to drive the world's fastest SUV. Unfortunately, it is not this thing, but look at this. This is like my dream spec Lamborghini Urus. What in the world? It's dirty, but look how good this thing looks. What? This is so cool. Lamborghini Urus in like Cherokee green. What? This is so cool. It's even got exposed carbon wing up here. Yes. This just shows you how cool a Lamborghini Urus can be. Oh, I love this thing. Oh, and they're bringing it in for service? Perfect. Look how good that thing looks. Absolutely insane. And it's fast, but not as fast as the SUV we're here to test drive today. So we gotta head back this way, past all these cars that are in the service center, which they got a lot of cool stuff in the service center. Red Huracan, orange Urus, Corvette. I wonder what a Corvette's doing here. Oh, but this one's cool. Look at this. This is the Urus Performante, which is really cool and even faster than that lime green Urus we saw because it's the Performante edition. It's got the carbon hood, carbon fenders, carbon front skirt right here. A little more horsepower, but it's still not the world's fastest SUV. That is down this way. Oh, look what they have in the service center right now. Aventador 4GT back there. They got some really cool stuff. And they are about to bring my Lamborghini Cherokee in for service, which is definitely needed. I mean, also look how dirty this thing is. Poor thing, it's so dirty. Oh, and if you're wondering why the Cherokee has a mustache on it, that's because I did a charity event back in November, but it's been so cold that it won't come off. It'll just flake off. So I had to wait for the weather to get warmer before I can rip the mustache off. But it does give it some personality. So why does this thing need service? Well, let me finally explain. Every year I bring the Cherokee in for service because at a minimum, your car always needs an oil change once per year. And normally an oil change for a Lamborghini is about $400. This year, however, the Lamborghini needed a lot more than just an oil change. This year it needed an annual service. That cost $1,200 alone. Then it turns out the two front tires were worn out and they need to be replaced. Then we needed to service the differentials, replace the spark plugs, clean the engine air filters, perform a brake fluid service, and swap the engine coolant. Yes, a very, very, very long list. Which means this thing is going to be in the shop and have a very hefty service tag. But how much is the service bill going to be? Well, let's let them back into the shop, get it on the lift, and we're about to find out. But the good news is, while we're waiting for it to get serviced, they're hooking us up with world's fastest SUV, and they're going to let me test drive it all day long as I want, and go wherever I want. Ooh, and this looks good too. Lamborghini Huracan Sterata, which is the off-road edition. Rides a little bit higher, allows you to off-road the car, and apparently you can jump with this and do some pretty cool stuff. This is pretty cool, but this is not the car that we're driving today. And this is the car that we're test driving today. This is the brand new Lamborghini Urus SE. It's gas powered and electric, making 820 some horsepower. This is the fastest SUV in the world. And they gave me the keys to it and said I can do whatever I want for the day. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't know why they trust me, but major shots Lamborghini of Philadelphia. This thing is so cool. Look at the back of this. We got quad exhaust tips, 23-inch rims. These things are massive. And the color is actually not black. It's actually a sparkly blue. Look how cool this paint is. And this paint option is $13,000. So I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'd probably rather just have black, but it's cool that someone spent that kind of money on this car. But what is it like to drive the fastest SUV in the world? Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, we're about to find out. First things first, check out this interior. Brown interior with black accents. Very, very cool. It's like an espresso color. Kind of reminds me of coffee. Then we got 3 screens. 1, 2, and 3 down here. You have all these crazy tactical switches here. All these levers here, which is like your driving modes, your electric modes. Of course, you got the engine start stop here. And there's room for 5 people. Well, let's go ahead and start this thing. Flip, press. Well, the car's on, and I guess you don't hear anything because it's an electric car. But if I do this, oh, there we go. It started. The engine kicked on. All right, now it sounds good, real good. That exhaust is so loud it knocked the camera over, but this thing sounds so good. We gotta whip this thing. Of course, safety first. And we are in Corsa mode, which is the sportiest mode, but that's what I like. Flip it into gear. This thing sounds so loud. You know what? It's a nice day. We're putting windows down. We gotta hear this thing roar. Please don't be any cars coming. Here we go. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This thing is so fast. What in the world? The electric assist with the engine makes this car so fast. Literally so fast. That was wild. I don't want to get pulled over, but let's try it again. So fast. Literally, this thing is so fast. We gotta find a back road. I really gotta press this thing one more time. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but the exhaust, when it downshifts, just pops and crackles. It's insane. All right, well, they can clearly hear me coming. They looked back. It's not the brightest color Urus, but it's very loud, that's for sure.
Really loud.
I literally cannot believe how fast this car is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is a good amount of loud too.
Don't forget to drop a like if you want to see more Saving Soda reactions. Drop a like.
What in the world? Literally, I cannot explain how fast this thing is. It goes 0 to 60 like that.
Yeah.
So insane. insanely fast. Also, this thing must have rear-wheel steering just like the Cybertruck because this thing can turn really, really well. This thing also has air suspension, which gives it a nicer ride, and it means you can raise and lower it. Let's put it all the way low. And check this out, it's lowering right now. And this is really cool. This screen right here is your entire control panel. Looks so futuristic. Down here you have all your climate controls. You have your ventilated seats, your heated seats. Then up here you have your fuel gauge. And then over here is your battery gauge. And even though there's a charger for this car to plug it in like an electric vehicle, apparently you never actually have to plug it in because the gas engine will recharge the battery on its own, which is a good thing because it's kind of annoying to always have to charge your Tesla as the only way for that thing to have power. Oh, and I just realized there's a massive sunroof. Let's see how big this thing gets. Okay, not bad. Pretty nice. Overall, I can definitely see why the Lamborghini Urus is the world's fastest SUV. But would I get one? Well, I definitely would not get it in this color. It'd have to be a lot brighter or completely matte black. And two, this interior color is definitely not for me. I'd have to do either black or something super bright like a lime green. Brown is just too old school for me. Oh, and of course we gotta test the stereo system in this car with my new song featuring Sean Kingston. Cause look at the speakers. You got one speaker there, another one there. They pop up. It's gonna sound so good. All right, let's hit it. Back to you. Keep on coming back to you. Yeah, okay, sound system sounds amazing. But enough of that. This Urus is amazing, but the real question is, how is the Lamborghini Cherokee in the service right now, and how much is the total bill gonna cost? Remember, put your guesses in right now. Closest comment gets some free merch. Speaking of free merch, this is actually the new hoodie we have in the swag store. I love it. It's a good thick quality and it's cool electric share the love. So I've been repping this hoodie a lot. Just imagine if I got this, but in a crazy lime green color or even a stealth gray like this. This actually looks really cool. Plus, if we added a roof rack like this with a ski box on top, honestly, that sounds pretty cool. That would be a really, really cool SUV. I definitely like the Uruses, but I don't know, do I like a Cybertruck better? I might. Plus, we gotta figure out how much the price tag is on the service for my Lamborghini Cherokee, because that might set me back quite a lot of money. Yeah, that's the real question. How much is it going to cost to service the Cherokee today? Well, let's head in the service section. It should be completed by now, and let's see how much the bill is.
Mr. Sheriff.
Hello.
Good to see you, sir.
You too.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
Your car just got finished. Mike said that he just still needs to check the coolant level to make sure everything checks out.
Cool.
But all the work is performed and done. How's everything else going?
Good, really good. What about with you?
Same old. Can you see that? It's all you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I will talk to you in a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, we got the invoice. Now, if you haven't already, put in the comments how much you think the service is going to be. No cheating. The person that guesses the closest, I'll give them a merch hoodie. All right, well, apparently the Cherokee is not done yet. They're waiting for the engine coolant to like settle first before they give it back to me. But the service is complete, and the bill on this thing is a whopping long list of items and a total price of $8,048.33. $8,000 to service this thing. What? Absolutely crazy. I can't believe it cost this much to service this, but it is the Cherokee. It's my baby. It's been in so many awesome music videos, so many awesome videos. This thing's incredible. So we do have to keep it healthy. And I guess that's the price I had to pay. I mean, the good news is next year's service should only be about $400 for an oil change, assuming nothing else goes wrong. But I'm going through the comments right now. Whoever gets the closest to the number, I'll be sending you some merch.
Wow. That was testing the world's most powerful Lamborghini by Simon Soto. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like. And comment below if you want to see more reactions like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you can be notified when I upload. You know what?